one thing I know for sure. It's that I know nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, welcome. Another episode. I don't know. Yes, we are back with yet another episode. Shoot. Let's go. Himanshu Kalwani and Disko Samosa. So let's give audience some context that how we know each other. Himanshu once played in my sister's wedding, and he's one of my juniors from school, and I met Disko through him. So hi, thank you, and it was lovely meeting Disko. And the reason I wanted to meet you, and thank you, you gave me this idea, like how to come up with this. ऐसा है कि I wanted some people on my podcast who have, like, I knew you have some content inside you और there would be a कुछ तो अच्छी back story होगी, तो मुझे लगा I would, मतलब मेरा पहले I had no idea कि I would get you on the podcast. मेरा पहले कुछ और ही system था, फिर उसके बाद I saw you play with Himanshu and I was like I have to get this guy. मैंने बोला ना कि एक प्री कंसीव नोशन था कि पता नहीं अप्रोचेबल होगा कि नहीं. तो फिर उसके बाद व्हेन आई मेट यू फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम फ्यू डेज बैक, काफ़ी अप्रोचेबल, काफ़ी चिल, काफ़ी फन था. तो उससे बहुत एक्साइटमेंट भी बढ़ गया मेरे अंदर, और ये भी होगा कि चलो इट विल बी फन टू शूट एंड यू बोथ आर वेरी कंफर्टेबल विद ईच अदर. और द मेन थिंग इज, मतलब कमिंग टू इंदौर का पार्टी कल्चर, पार्टी सीन. इंदौर मतलब पार्टी इज यूजुअली मेंट 8 बजे से शुरू हो जाती थी वो चीज़. जो एनी पार्टी वुड लाइक स्टार्ट इन द इवनिंग, लेट इवनिंग, 8-9 बजे. somehow piano project came up with this sundowner concept. मेरे ख्याल से it was the first time somebody introduced this sundowner concept in Indore, and then introducing a new concept with introducing a new DJ with some new music, and that too, that music you could listen to without getting even drunk or high. So that was Disko Samosa. And I would like मैं आपको बोलने का मौका दूंगा कि please tell me कि how did it all start, or how did this journey began of like
with music?
Yeah, with music and with DJing or with anything. In fact, okay. The journey with piano.
So I think music was always there.
Yeah.
Since ever as far as I can remember. But it was never about me becoming a musician. But like in 10th standard, 11th standard, I was just a very big music enthusiast. I had my own taste. ऐसा चल रहा था. But that back in those days, it was all about rock. So I was a proper rock head. I became a drummer. It didn't work out well. Then in my 4th year of engineering, I decided I wanted to become a helicopter pilot. That thing was going on pretty well, but my feel with music never got over with that. So even in US, I tried to play some frat parties in.
You went to US?
Yes, I was a helicopter pilot.
Achha, okay.
So over there, I was playing some parties, and even in like my circle amongst the pilots, they always knew me as the person who's just always chilling on music only,
right.
all the time. So when I came back to India, it was never about it taking in the shape of like my career thing or anything. It was always about just me doing in a very enthusiastic way.
Right.
Never in a career sort of way. So initially I never even charged for music. But people in Indore, they knew me as a person who has a taste, and you know, I would come to your party and you'd be like, Mukul, just play on the music.
Right.
So that thing was going on pretty well until I got a break with Secret Sessions. Secret Session is an IP from Bombay. They were doing really cool parties back in those days, like some 6 years back.
Yeah.
They were having this Indore edition and they asked me to play, the organizers, because they were my friends.
In Indore?
In Indore.
Okay.
And in Indore, that thing it flew off.
Right.
That was the day I just decided like, okay, I want to do this because it's very addictive. If you're playing something and people liking it,
getting the validation.
exactly, getting the validation, and uski karan I think a lot of things like a lot of ideas substantiated, and I started thinking about it seriously to the point that at one time I would decide to let go of helicopters, which was much secure and much comfortable for me.
For you.
Yeah, but it became in front of music. It was too mechanical for me.
Yeah, right.
I'm not the person who can just no matter whatever I do, it has to be creative. It has to be something has to be there. Some depth has to be there.
Right.
So with 2.5 years of flying, I got bored, and music and again perfumes also came up. So perfume is also one parallel thing that is going on with me.
A parallel passion of yours.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people must have thought about that, where this name came from, the Disko Samosa. I don't want the mystery to be opened, but it's a fun story, I guess. You're like,
so Disko Samosa, I would think Disko Samosa is actually a product by Haldiram's. You get those small cocktail samosas. So cocktail samosa was called Disko Samosa back in the days.
A snack.
Yeah, it is a snack. Also, I feel that my music doesn't have that any dark, deep shit kind of vibe. It's just, I feel it's very musically refined, but at the same time, it just does justice to the soul of dance, which is like keeping it very light and positive. I don't understand, like the darkness, it doesn't
resonate.
Yeah, it doesn't resonate with me. It's more on the funk disco and like more rooted side of music. So I thought like giving it that kind of name would always instantly resonate with people. Like they would get a vibe of what I'm doing and what I'm thinking about music. And when piano started, I think it just flew off.
Yeah, right. The piano, the sundowner thing was really something out of the box and something very new for Indore.
It changed business models, bro.
Yeah.
Changed business models, party culture, the whole thing. It impacted a lot, a lot. I believe that like 80% of the credit I have is because of the curation and the parties I did at piano.
Right. That was the spot that gave you such a spotlight, and that gave you an internal boost too.
Exactly.
For like taking it very seriously and going further with it.
Exactly.
And the Disko Samosa first, initially it was something, a product that you said.
So I never wanted to come on Insta just like that. I came on Insta with the name Disko Samosa not because I wanted to be Disko Samosa. Disko Samosa was my name of a music magazine. I was doing objective commentary on Indian dance music scene. If you see my initial post, it was never about me. I never wanted to come on Insta. But then at one party, the organizer booked me. He's like, give me your Insta handle. And I was like, okay, Disko Samosa. And he's like, what Disko Samosa? I'm like, it's my handle. So they're like, okay, let's name you Disko Samosa and not Mukul, because Mukul sounds like a very Bollywood DJ name.
I don't think most people know that your real name is Mukul.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
That speaks at length about my own work.
Right.
That's like a superhero name, no?
Peter Parker.
He doesn't have Disko Samosa on his Aadhaar card.
Oh. Right. So it was basically a blog by you.
Yeah.
And then it somehow came to be your artist name, like your stage name.
Yeah, I felt that it was clicking with people. Everybody had a smile the moment they were like, what's the... So I was like, this is actually smart because you can't forget that name.
Also, DJs kind of have that thing about not naming like just the DJ, Abhijit or anything for that matter. And somehow Disko Samosa just we don't even need a DJ initially to say that Disko Samosa, that's it. No prefix.
Disko Samosa is enough.
Yeah.
So that was the thing.
Really interesting. And the piano thing, that, like you said, it changed the whole
game. The whole ball game for Indore also. The party culture, the standards, everything got raised.
Like everything worked out. Like the place was really good.
Yeah.
The timing was really out of the scene. The 4 to 8.
Yes.
The timing was also like
this is also very important because Indore is primarily a business class city. It's not a service class. It's not a professional class. It's nothing here. So business class can't get a day off on weekdays or even just like that. But Sunday is always free.
Sunday, sundowner.
Exactly. Plus, I also feel that like late night parties in Indore, because Indore is still a little conservative on that side.
We have come a long way, but
Exactly, we've come a long way. But so 4 till 8 is a very comfortable slot for anyone to come out and party.
right.
And plus, it's a very clean scene. Like it's under the sun, like it's all lit up.
Yeah, the whole sundowner and the piano, the view from the piano was also pretty
Exactly.
good.
Pura cityscape of Indore.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So the whole thing, the place, the artist, everything like worked out, and the people, it was somehow, I think, one of the most expensive also.
Yeah.
Not to mention one of the expensive, but it was one of the expensive parties.
Absolutely.
For a regular Sunday. No events, just a regular Sunday, and the sundowner thing just like became a thing, and somehow सबकी checkbook में था कि हाँ एक बार piano पे एक party attend करनी है, and that somehow when they did, they couldn't stop, and some people were there कि हाँ Sunday scene is sorted, piano जाना है, and the scene is like sorted. So yeah, it was a game changer. ठीक है, moving on and coming to Himanshu Kalwani. He is a junior. We were in the same school, NDPS, and
You're like 4 years senior or 5 years. How old are you?
don't make me look old. Thank you so much for asking. I'm 27.
Oh, I'm 21.
21. हाँ, मतलब 5 years.
5, 6
Yeah.
years.
So you like wherein music popped into your life, and like you are a music producer. Yeah, you
Yeah.
create your own music and your own tracks and the whole
Right.
thing. Like not just mixing, like creating the whole music and creating like producing the whole song and shit. So how did it started, and like what clicked you like?
So music has been with me since I was 5. I played Congo, I played piano, then I did guitar. I learned every musical instrument that I can see. Like I learned ukulele and every instrument. Like I also know how to play flute really nicely.
Acha, okay.
So then I was like, "Bro, I have to become a star, but I don't know how to sing. No, I want to be in a band.
In a spotlight.
Yeah,
or something.
take a mic and like perform everywhere. So then I got into like music. Like I want to make something of my own. Like how do I do it? How do I do it? So one day I stumbled upon this video, Martin Garrix @Ultra 2014.
Oh.
I clicked on it and it was like 1 lakh people dancing, and it was like, how old is this kid? The guy was 17 years old.
Martin Garrix.
Yeah, he was at
That
17
guy. I have no idea.
performing at Ultra, and half of his set was his music. And I got to know that one of this track was on UK #1 chart,
Oh.
and he's not even British. So I was like, I can do this. It's a nice thing. DJing and everything, making your own music. So I then went DJing from DJ Siddharth in Indore.
Acha, okay.
So he was like, bro, how old are you? I told him like I was 14. I'm 14. So like let's give it a shot. So after 7 days, I was like done with the whole course.
How many days would it take for a normal?
For normal, it would take at least 2 months. To correct the beat.
Like 60
matching.
days.
Yeah.
Average 60 days. A normal.
In 7 days, I was done.
Yeah.
So I was like, what to do? So he was like, you have done everything. So you keep a tape on everything, and so vinyl is a thing. Everyone must know vinyl.
No, they don't. Please tell them.
Vinyl, you see the records, gramophone, and everything. So there used to be vinyl DJing before. So vinyl is the oldest form of DJing.
Right.
There are no, you cannot see how fast the track is going or where is the track. You have to remember everything.
Acha, okay.
So I kept a tape on both the CDJs. You have to run like vinyl. If you lose your eyes someday, you have your ears.
Oh.
So I was looking at, and doing this. So I got into I was really skilled at DJing.
Yeah.
So after I
Very naturally it came to you.
yeah, I don't know how. I was just chuck, done. Beat match, chuck, beat match, done. It's still like that. And then I spent 3 months there. Why? I was just having fun, mixing O2.
Acha.
I was like, if the crowd came at 3 p.m., I was like doing 3 to 4 p.m. my set and some
experimenting.
Yeah, experimenting. What can I do? I want to be out of the crowd. I want to be the best. Like, what should I do? So I got into every every fucking effect. If there's echo, I'll learn that. If there's a delay, what's this button? I'll press this.
There was this natural pull towards it,
Yeah.
and you couldn't stop. Right?
So after that, I wanted to play parties, but it was all Bollywood music at that time. So what to do? I'm really young. Then I went to clubs and they rejected me. I was playing my own music, not my own music, but what I liked. I was not producing at that time.
Okay.
So I
You
was
just
like,
mixing stuff.
yeah, I was
Not
mixing stuff.
Bollywood. You're on.
Yeah, I was like, I'll play this only. This is a nice sound. I'll not play Bollywood. I don't like this. Everyone's playing Bollywood. So they rejected me. They were like, we cannot keep you. You do not play according to the
You
crowd.
won't be able to please the crowd.
Yeah.
That's the whole game.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not here to please the crowd. I'm here to play music, good music.
Right.
So after that, I realized, I have to learn production.
Acha, okay.
So I went on YouTube, like how to do production. And those 2 years when I learned production from YouTube, they were the most difficult years of my life. It was really difficult. Production, getting the technical things out of it. It took me two and a half years. And throughout school, I came from school at 2 p.m. I slept from 2 to 4. And after 4 to 8, I was like producing every day, 4 hours
So
every day.
while you were in like 10th class,
Yeah.
10th to 12th, you
Yeah.
like did your producing course.
Yeah. No course. I was just, watched 1 hour of YouTube videos.
Just self-taught kind of
Yeah.
DIY.
Yeah.
Do this.
No, I learned this rule from someone. It's a 20,000 hour rule. If you do something for 20,000 hours, then you are master at it. Anything.
That's why master is sucking at everything.
That's why. So
It's my 5th hour of podcasting. 19,000 95 hours more to go.
Yeah. So anything that is not likable is still excusable.
So I got into sports at that time. I wanted to be a footballer, and then I wanted to be a cricketer. Like every kid.
That age is somehow like you want to be everything at one moment, right?
Then I realized, I'm shit at everything except for music. I can only do music. So I got into guitar and everything. Then one day I listened to Ed Sheeran and I was like, I can also write some songs, So then I wrote 100 songs in like a month. And then I, tried to sing that. It was really bad, man. No one should hear that, ever.
Glad you didn't put it out.
Actually, bro.
Thank God he didn't.
No, I saw this post on Instagram. कोई गाने या कोई गिटार का बहुत सूद है मैंने comment भी किया इसमें. काफी सूद था वो. ट्यून काफी बीट. जब तक तू कुछ नहीं बोला था काफी सूद था. कुछ बोला भी नहीं तूने वैसे. तो वो काफी सूद था. वो काफी अच्छा था मतलब. मुझे लगता है हाँ. तो गिटार तेरे को आता अच्छे से.
Yeah. So guitar मुझे ऐसे नहीं आता है कि like you sing a song and I'll play along to it. I'll play a melody, you sing along to it.
अच्छा.
It's my song.
Then वो 10वीं से 12वीं 10th
हाँ 10वीं से 12वीं हुआ. मैं 12वीं में आया कि क्या करूँ? College. So I was really good at studies. Really good. Like I was a 95% kid. Every year I nailed everything. Like I had given IELTS at that time. I got 8.
वो English के exam
8 bands. उसमें 8 bands एक महीने में. So I got into a nice university in Canada.
अच्छा okay.
So I was like, I have this offer letter. What should I do? Music or this? Then मन में आया कि I can do music in Canada too. It's a nice place. But I realized 12 घंटे तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा यार. पार्ट टाइम जॉब भी करना पड़ेगा. क्या करूँ मैं? 8 घंटे तो सोना भी पड़ता है. 4 घंटे तो कुछ नहीं कर रहा. फिर मैंने बोला चलो छोड़ो. Let's go to Bombay. So I went to True School of Music in Bombay. अच्छा. हाँ. I went there. हाँ. I went there with my uncle and we were both looking at each other. करना है.
Just like that, मतलब कुछ भी कोई registration नहीं कुछ नहीं direct तुम school visit करने गए कि क्या?
हाँ. अरे I sent them some tracks कि like I want to like learn production at your place. They were like, bro, why do you want to learn production? You are already producing music. You should do sound engineering.
अच्छा.
हाँ. So I was like, ठीक है, चलेगा मुझे. So I looked at my uncle and I was like, can you do it? It was like really, music schools are expensive.
Uncle Bombay में रहते हैं?
No, we went there from here only. My dad was busy, so I went there with my uncle. And I got into a nice college in Bombay too.
अच्छा.
हाँ, तो I like कि
admission like हो गया.
हाँ, like I had to just sign it, just final, everything. So I was like, correct. Let's wait another day. फिर हम गए दूसरे school कि like BMM, not BMM, BMS करना है sign. So I waited. I went outside for 5 minutes. I had my earphone. I plugged in. I put on some Martin Garrix and Avicii track. So I got this nostalgia. कि भाई शुरू क्यों किया था? क्यों शुरू किया था? क्या करना है? So I gave a challenge to myself कि when I turn 21, I have to be really good at production. I have to be the best.
That day how old were you? मतलब
18. I was 18.
I gave yourself 3 years कि 21 तक कुछ
हाँ,
उखाड़ना है.
फिर 3 years, फिर after 2 days I decided नहीं यार बहुत I'm way too deep shit, बहुत ज़्यादा है. I have kept
मेरे
my
औकात से
standards.
बाहर लग रहा है.
हाँ, तो मैंने बोला कि चलो यार I have till MBA, I can do till 25 यार, let's push it to 25.
So you gave yourself time to
हाँ,
21 and then you extended it to 25.
हाँ, I was like, let's be realistic. If you want to be really the best, you have to give it till like 25. So after a month, I had a friend here. He was a really great producer and an engineer. He's in LA right now. He's doing music in LA. So I went to his house and I gave him like, bro, this is the track. Can you please sound engineering for it for me? So he's like, okay, bro. But you sit here for 2 hours with me. So I watched everything. I was like, ऐसे कर रहा है.
Sound engineering is basically
Sound engineering is the
filtering
most.
the track. Like,
No,
what
no.
is the process? What is
The
it?
track is done. Then you have to figure out each and every frequency. कि like ये frequency नीचे जाना है, ये frequency ऊपर जाना है. इस track में frequency.
Mastering basically.
Yeah, mixing and mastering is the most technical part of production.
हिंदी में बोले तो क्या करा? Track जो बन गया था.
Track मतलब मैंने ऐसा मूर्ति
Track बना के उसको सर्व करना अच्छे से.
नहीं मैंने मूर्ति बना ली एक ऐसी अच्छी थोड़ी ठीक ठाक बनी है पर उसको पूरा शार्प करना कार्व करना कि मतलब उसका बेस्ट प्रोडक्ट. हाँ
ठीक है. Sound engineering basically.
Many songs you listen to कभी कभी बहुत shitty production होता है खराब तरीके से. But like Bollywood has an amazing production compared to like underground जो भी चलता है. So उसका वो रहता है कि even if I'm listening on the phone, वो sound बहुत अच्छा आता है.
Proper आएगा.
Exactly. That is production. That is mastering.
किसी ने कोई बेसमेंट में रिकॉर्ड किया और वही बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग और वो चीज को खरीद के खुद प्रोड्यूस करके खुद लॉन्च करेगा तो उसका मैग्नीट्यूड
Exactly.
है.
Because the production value of their studios is like in crores.
और मेन साउंड इंजीनियरिंग उस गाने को ठीक कर देता है.
साउंड इंजीनियरिंग गाने को नेक्स्ट लेवल ले जाता है.
हाँ वो लेवल सेट कर देता है.
हाँ
राइट.
फिर मैंने बोला साउंड इंजीनियरिंग भाई मुझे यार कहा दे यार. तो he is a really nice guy. He has helped me every day. I have gotten like nice people in my life like that. So
क्या नाम था उसका?
बल्लू सहेज.
Thank you बल्लू सहेज, whoever you are if you're watching this.
Okay, so हाँ तो मैंने फिर I went home. फिर I got depressed कि भाई मैं तो बहुत पीछे रह गया. तो मैंने फिर after 3 months lockdown came. Like let's do this thing. Let's take this to the next level. फिर मैंने for like 3 months I produced every day for 10 to 12 hours. Whole day I was on my headphones and like listening, making music. And after 3 months I sent him a track. He was like, इसको हाँ तू है. तो मैंने चेक करके बता भाई कैसा है. like इसको मिक्स एंड मास्टर कौन किया? मैंने बोला मैं. तो बोला are you sure? मैंने बोला हाँ. तो ब्रो 1 साल का काम 3 महीने में कर दिया तूने. फिर नेक्स्ट लॉकडाउन खत्म हुआ. फिर मैंने सोचा यार अब क्या करूँ क्या करे. फिर I kept on producing. फिर I made this track बांसुरी अंडर ऑरेंज का. ठीक है. I was at my dad's shop and I got into a place. I got into a corner and like let's play around for something. So I was like making a track. अब like कोई मुझे disturb मत करना, कोई मुझसे आंखें भी मत मिलाना. I am here for 3 hours. For 3 hours I kept listen.
कहाँ पे क्या मतलब?
शॉप पे. मैं ऐसे कोने में बैठ गया और मैंने बोला कि मुझे कोई 3 घंटा तंग मत करना. अच्छा क्रिएटिव फ्लो आ रहा है. तो I kept on making. बन गया वो ट्रैक. 3 घंटे में डन था पूरा ट्रैक.
That track is on Spotify.
Yeah, it's featured on the online. Basuri Under Orange Sky.
Basuri Under Orange Sky by Himanshu Kalwani. You can check it out on Spotify. So
फिर
that track was ready and that track featured on
Tomorrowland.
the playlist.
हाँ उसकी भी बहुत अच्छी स्टोरी है कि after like 3 months हो गए. I have this track. तो फिर मैंने फ्रेंड्स को भेजा next day. तो मैंने पूछा ये कौन सा जॉनर है भाई? तो बोला it's melodic house. मतलब ये क्या होता है भाई? मैंने तो लाइफ टाइम पॉप सुना है, प्रोग्रेसिव हाउस सुना है.
Like you were not aware कि which genre you have created.
हाँ.
Kind of shit. हाँ.
I had this vision कि मेरा जो म्यूजिक रहेगा it would be feel good vibes and it would be related to colors. Whenever you make music, you have a visual identity. कि ये म्यूजिक कहाँ पे fit होगा. So I had this like blue and pink sky, orange sky, and like trees.
Very vibrant colors, but
vibrant. It's a feel good vibe.
It's a feel good vibe.
My musical inspiration is Coldplay. Like हाँ उनके जैसा बनाना है. If I make a track like them.
Sky full of stars.
हाँ like a proper vibe.
Feel अलग है इस चीज़ का.
फिर I made a lot of tracks ऐसे करके. फिर I got into a class with Anish Sood. Anish Sood is a really huge DJ.
Right.
So in second class I sent him some music. So he was like, bro, you have already done the production part. Why are you in this class? So he was like, I have a label, I'll sign you on this. Keep sending me music. After 3 months, I sent him music through another channel. So his manager called me. You know Anish? How do you know him? So he was like, stay in touch. I want to know everything about you. Like, let's stay in touch. Then after 2 months, I saw a guy named Austin Kramer. Within these 2 months, I realized कि भाई कुछ होगा नहीं और 25 को भी आगे करो 27 28 खींचो. So मैंने बोला ये सब तो 27 28 है यार, इतनी जल्दी तो बनी रहा है, अपन ने बहुत ज्यादा हाई एक्सपेक्टेशन रख ली. पता नहीं अपन यहाँ तो रहते नहीं यूरोप में, you know, you are a winter kid and everything. Then after 2 months, I sent this guy to Austin Kramer. He was first the, you know, Spotify playlist. How big is the business? So he was the guy who curated all the playlists Spotify पे, all the playlists. The playlist you know today कि जिनके 4 million followers है. So he was the guy with the idea.
So he was the first one among the scene who created the playlist.
Playlisting is a, you know, nice thing. So I sent him 3 tracks, and after that he was like, let's release 3 of them. I was like, bro, 2 track तो दम वाले नहीं है. 1 track हाँ फिर भी ठीक है और Tomorrowland के level का नहीं है. Let's release 3 of them. Send me more. So I released this track on Tomorrowland and it got big. Like really nice response from everyone. Everyone that I sent, I thought it is going to be a mature track. So it was like really blew up like properly and everything. Then I released the second track. It got bigger. Then I got a call from Anish's manager one day. I called him कि मुझे भाई guest list चाहिए. You are coming down now. Let's meet up. It's been 6 months.
Anish is he goes by the name Anyasa now. He's a very big artist.
Yeah.
And
he is DJ. He's like locally from
Goa. And I think Anyasa signed up on Originality.
Yeah, Originality.
One of the biggest labels in the world for electronic music. Now he was coming down to Indore to play, and that's where we met. So the people who were organizing the party, they contacted me that we want you to play. I was like, fine, who are playing?
The scene was in Indore.
Yeah.
Adam said. So I got a call. So I just asked like who are the artists who are playing. He's like one guy is Himanshu Kalwani. I've never heard the name Himanshu Kalwani. Like अरे वो Anyasa का सूट. But why like what is the reason? What is the point? Why am I playing? Like let him play.
Yeah.
Point क्या निकल रहा है? I don't know that.
There is no single.
Exactly. हर कोई मतलब because इंदौर में जैक वैक का ऐसा हो जाता है. Then when I went there. We just met and he seemed pretty sweet and he was like, I'm gonna play. I was like, yeah, I'm listening. The moment he started playing, I was like, dude, you're doing pretty good.
So, yeah, like unbiasedly, you really liked it.
Yeah, I'm very honest about my opinions regarding that. So I was like, dude, like, you have a pretty good feel.
So that was the first day you guys met.
Yeah. It's like 4 months now.
Yeah.
It was a party hosted in Adam's LA.
It was done at Madness, huge event. और उसकी भी कहानी ऐसी कि
वो पार्टी संडे टाइप्स की थी क्या?
No, it was a Madness Jam is a IP. It's a really nice IP. They do events in different cities. So they came down and I called him कि भाई मुझे guest list चाहिए. I want to come with my friends.
You just wanted to attend the party.
हाँ.
Yeah.
And you called Anish for that.
हाँ. So Anish was like, okay, I'll give you the guest list. After 5 minutes, his manager called. Bro, I do want guest list. Why don't you play? Let's start your career. Let's start it. So he's a really nice guy. His name is Tarang. So he's a really nice guy. So he was like, let's start it. So बोलता कि I'll put you on the lineup. It will be a nice promotion for you. Like play a good set. Good people are going to come there. Like it's a nice lineup. And he was also like कि Disko Samosa को सुनना. I have heard he's supposed to be pretty
अच्छा,
good.
उसने तेरे को बताया कि you will be playing with Disko Samosa. And that time, how old was your journey of being an artist as a DJ? Like,
I think I don't know like
when it started
for me, but I was always a laptop DJ by the way. I was only playing on my laptop, and slowly I realized that to match.
You're a self-taught.
Self-taught.
Yeah,
I
never like learned something, some course or some shit.
Nothing.
Everything is on the laptop and by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything on my own. So what was the question again?
Yeah, the whole scene that you met and
how long? I would say on console I've been on like say 1.5 to 2 years only.
Acha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I got recognition because of the music I was playing. So for me it's more about track selection than mixing skills. You know, you can be very good at grammar, but that won't make you a good poet.
Please take notes.
So I met him there. I was like, you know, all of them were wondering.
That was the
कि-
first time you ever played a party, maybe?
No, I ever played a party with my own music. So
With your own music, that was the first party you played.
हाँ, so his manager told me, कि bro, you have to make a statement, do the best you can. So I was like, कि best करने
Full
के लिए-
pressure.
हाँ, full pressure. मैंने बोला चलो अपन भी take the next step, like play my own music for 45 minutes. एक hour में से 45 minutes. I was like, no one has done this. Like मैंने बोला करता हूँ.
It's a big risk to take, maybe as an artist.
हाँ.
और बहुत बड़ा gamble हो गया ना यार.
It was a proper gamble. अगर वो hit नहीं होता तो बहुत problem हो जाती. फिर उसके बाद फिर I met him there. I'm like, क्या I'll play my own music? So you're like, you play your own music. She was a bit like, I'll listen, I'll come down. हाँ, तो
देखे what's in stores.
So I went to do sound check and I played. So I came to him like, no, track is no, my track. So like, I'm starting out, you come. So
Yeah, you were the main act, maybe?
No, I was just before Anyasa.
Acha, Nyasa.
हाँ.
Like he played, then you played, and then the Nyasa guy played.
Now, Lavish was also, Sublimation was also.
Right.
So I went and I started playing. I was looking at Mukul. Like, I have to see his reaction. He's a good DJ. You know, it's nice to have some critiques. So the Madness Jam guys was also like, you know, कि ये है कौन भाई बंदा पहली किट दे दी इतनी बड़ी. तो all of three of them.
Heat waves.
I was looking at them and they were like. Then I was, you know, again to Mukul. This is my track. He was coming in. So the reason we liked was कि both of us don't play hard music, hard techno.
Very
we don't
low chill.
We like chill music, like you know, calm yourself. You know, everybody.
And more refined, I feel.
Actually. So
Refined as in?
Refined as in technically more sound. I feel more.
It's a simpler. So there's a saying, simple is complex. The simpler you keep your track, it's the better.
Yeah. It's very hard to make घर का food. It's very easy to make party ka food.
Maybe the music also agrees with the fact that less is more, maybe.
Yeah.
The simplicity of the track and
Exactly.
not too many beats and not too many mixing.
You
around.
like that, but only for an hour. That's it.
Right.
Otherwise, you have to, you know, drink.
Yeah, that is a necessity.
Otherwise it'll tire you out. That is one thing that I think most upcoming DJs don't realize. If you go too hard, the crowd will get tired out.
Right. There's an hour or maybe some time window where the
It
whole
has to be
crowd
done beautifully. Just because you saw some artist playing on some circle or boiler room ka video doesn't mean you can just apply it anywhere without understanding. Because set is like stitching something. You can't just put in something like that and you don't know pehle kya aayega, baad mein kya aayega.
It's like the whole process, the whole graph of the music.
It's like
goes
telling a
that.
story. You cannot keep the story only on heart.
Coming on to the next topic. Like, what's your parents' reaction on whatever you're doing? Like, क्योंकि पेरेंट्स का बहुत बड़ा इन्फ्लुएंस भी होता है इन्फ्लुएंस क्या बोलेंगे पेरेंट्स तो अपने माँ बाप होते हैं
I think
so like what are their
I think musicians have one of the most troubled dealing with their parents regarding music. I can't remember any single musician who parents were like, oh, you're doing good, you do good. No,
are they your cheerleaders?
not at all. Right now they are like pretty good with that. But when I started off, to tell them that I am going to play in a party for which I have been preparing for 2 nights. They've seen me and I'm not charging for it. And helicopters is on hold.
Indian parents.
So
helicopter is on hold.
Helicopter चल रहा है वो हो जाएगा papers हो जाएंगे but this thing I've been working for two nights. मैं music करे जा रहा हूँ and tonight I have to play and I'm not getting paid for it because I play for free. I never charge. So one night, dude, they locked me up. That was the time, and I had a really difficult time because right from helicopter pilot, right from Captain Mukul Nagori, you are a DJ Mukul Nagori, and they are like, you just play songs. My father, he came back from a party once, and he's like, I saw a DJ today. वो क्या करता है? He just changes the song. He doesn't even play. One day he was like, you know how to make a name weak. I don't know. Well, this is Abraham Lincoln, DJ Abraham Lincoln. So weak. But slowly he started appreciating that. He went to Uzbekistan once, and from there he got a pen drive from a taxi driver, and he was shazamming songs. He was like, look, like this is from Uzbekistan, and this is. Do you need that? I was like, of course, I want to listen to what people are listening to that. So that was kind of an appreciation. Now he respects that thing because he knows that I'm like creating a name for myself. And
You're doing this full time?
yeah, full time, because music has to be like that. It can't be like, you know,
A side job.
You have to be
like you
full-
used to be.
It's a
You
full
used to
hustle
side
thing.
job will always
Like it
be-
started as of a side thing, but now
Yeah.
that the journey has now
Yes.
come along and it has now become the main thing.
Yes, main thing, and along with that, perfumes also.
Yeah. Tell more about perfumes. What is about the whole thing about perfumes?
So the perfume story started back in 2011.
Mhm.
2011, 2012, I was in Hawaii.
Ah.
So there was this Austrian room park,
You were Hawaii for?
my helicopter training.
Acha.
So there was the Austrian guy, and his room was like filled up with like say bottles, like 500, 600 bottle samples kept there.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? And he was like, he used to go to Macy's, उसमें वो उसका स्प्रे करके 1 ml भर के अपना सैंपल ले आता था घर के ऊपर.
Oh.
So, and I wanted to take back some perfume because every morning I'm waking up and it's like just amazing smell because all these guys have bathed and I'm like. So I was like, I'll take back some perfumes, but once you smell like $300, $500 smell, you can't
Go back.
You can't go back on a $50 smell.
Oh.
So I was like, I can't. My parents would kill me if I take back a $500 ka perfume. They'd be like,
Wow.
हाँ.
Much कर दी.
So there was some websites from which you can see the notes, the perfume pyramid of it. So I was like, okay, like my favorite perfumes have these similar repeating notes. So these are the notes I like. That's what I understood. And then when I came back to India, I started hunting down for notes because I was like, okay, these are the notes I like. So probably mixing them would like, you know, make me smell like $1 million bucks. Who knows? So I just started collecting those notes.
The samples, the different perfumes
Notes.
are called notes. Like
No, so basically, like say, if I'm making food, so I put in
Ingredients.
cinnamon, cinnamon.
The ingredients are called
clove,
notes. In
Yeah,
perfume.
different smells. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lavender is a note, that is a note in
Yeah.
the smell, but it's
Ah.
actually essential oil or chemical, whatever you use.
Right. It's an ingredient.
So I was in Delhi and there is a Chandni Chowk. And Chandni Chowk, there is a chemical market called Tilak Bazaar. So every Sunday after my helicopter classes, I used to go there and I used to just roam around Tilak Bazaar collecting notes. And once I entered this place called Shade Chemicals. And the guy over there, he was the president of Fragrance and Flavor Board of India. And I just went in without any knowledge.
Like
And I was
stumbled
like,
upon him.
I didn't know him. Like I was like, okay, I want guaiac wood. He's like, what? I was like, guaiac wood. Why do you want guaiac wood? He's like, I'm just looking for perfume. What do you do? Like, I'm a pilot. What do you do? तो मैंने बोला उसने कभी सूंघा है guaiac wood? मैं बोला नहीं, मेरे को सूंघना है इसके लिए तो मैं So he's like, okay, like just calm down, but you need a proper course, you need a degree in chemistry. That time नहीं है मेरे degree chemistry is like 5 years of chemistry course. After that, you will be a certified perfume. I'm like,
बस कर.
मैं बोला कि there is this book by Jean-Claude Elena, my favorite perfumer. और उसमें ही उसने वो लिखा हुआ है 60% of the best perfumers in the world are self-taught. You can't be taught.
Yeah, like मतलब वो natural
It's like
instinct
a
से
art
आया
thing,
ना.
You can't
actually.
stop doing it.
हमें भी मतलब पता नहीं यार
और
अगर
फिर
आपकी जगह वहाँ पर कोई और होता और वो उसको 500-600 बॉटल दिखती तो मे बी उसका नहीं जाता you like inclined there was a pull there was a natural pull
Yeah.
there and you went along.
Yeah, and I started mixing for 3 years and made horrible smells. And but that was very addictive because it's like same like how I understood
It's like
production.
music.
Yeah, I used to sit like at around 9 a.m. in the morning and I was like, hey, I'll try only 3 perfumes. I'll make only 3 perfumes and then I'll study. And next time I see the time it's 9 p.m. in the night.
Actually, it happens with music
So,
also.
मतलब it was so like the time
Engaging,
notion
bro.
went
It's
off.
totally engaging. You can't like it's just like possibilities which explode.
No, but actually, what happens in it happens in music also.
Yeah.
Like,
So it
you
totally
start at
understand.
9 a.m., you end at 10 p.m. You like, you know, it's a great thing, and next day you wake up, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Actually, that's the reaction every time.
Exactly.
It still happens with even with the greatest of the great.
Like you should give some like I do with this with my thought process कि मेरे को कोई thought आया I give it like 24 to 48 hours. Is it still alive? मतलब उस पर ध्यान देने की जरूरत है अभी भी. वो है तो फिर I like pay attention to it. अगर वो गायब है तो फिर गायब है, it makes no sense. वैसे परफ्यूम में वैसे म्यूजिक में कि like you उस टाइम अच्छा लग रहा है, उस टाइम मजा आ रहा है, उस टाइम you like you create a masterpiece maybe, and then
And perfumes and music for me is a very closely related subject because both are invisible, both are based on keys and compositions.
Both are creative.
Both are creative,
Very
both
creative. Both are invisible.
endless
More one point.
opportunities.
both evoke nostalgia, memories, emotions, everything. And you can fuck up with just one wrong note or one wrong thing. So yeah, a good track is like a good perfume. Or
Can you please repeat the three things again?
Again, I'll give you two of my quotes. Perfume is like music to the nose.
Nice.
Good perfume is
Yeah.
music to the nose.
Good perfume and music to the nose. Nice. Also, the three things you pointed out, like music and perfumes are
Both are invisible, abstract. Both are based on keys and composition. Both evoke, I think, nostalgia, memories, different kind of emotions. So I think both relation better. Like how frequencies of a sound impact a mood. Like in older times there were ragas. There was a morning rag, there was an evening rag, there was rags for different things, and every frequency meant something which has a different impact on the brain. Same with smell. Every smell has a different impact on the brain. Like lavender, chamomile will make you like little relaxed because they are low frequency oils. Rose, orange will take, sandalwood will take you higher. So whenever you're feeling low, you smell a high frequency oil. Whenever you want to calm down, you smell a low frequency. Just like music.
To balance it out, and the
That's why
actors.
scented candles are in trend now.
Yeah, essential candles, essential oils, and
everything.
other stuff. And the actors also, actors can use. They can maybe like I heard Ranveer Singh say कि मैं हर character के लिए एक अलग perfume पूरा throughout the process use करता हूँ because it takes me to the mood, brings me into the character once and for all.
Absolutely, and I can understand why people don't like. I think
I don't
you know
love
it's
to like.
bad luck if you're not able to like. How can you not be surrounded with smell, good smell all the time? And people don't enjoy that luxury. It's just like your sense. Same with music. Like I don't know why people won't listen to good music. Why would you get adjusted with mediocrity? I don't know. People don't want to.
These are the different kind, different level and different stages, not different stage, different category of luxury maybe.
No, but you can take an example in the current techno scenario also. Like people are, listening with their head. They are not listening with their heart.
Right.
When you're taking perfume, it's going inside. When you're listening techno in your eye, it's here, and after 2 hours, it's gone.
And I'm telling you, we are living in such a conformist culture that if I start dissing out like this is bad, this is good, people will kill me, bro.
We have been attacked.
Because now they have this clique. They have this clique about okay, this art is good, this whole herd mentality that goes on. And if you swim against the tide, then they attack you.
Yeah.
And that's how what happened when I started playing my thing. Because I was feeling like many of the techno crowd like this is not techno. Like commercial crowd, this is not Bollywood. And then how I dug my way through in that.
This is why I got rejected for 3 years. And in one gig, I got like 4 or 5 gigs.
So that's your own, like the patience, like to hold on to your shit is huge.
It's
It's
about in yourself, bro.
You
It's
talk
all about believing. And one thing about originality also. Many people try to be original, but there is a quote like it's alright that you want to be original at something, but before originality, it's important to become good at something. First, be good at something, and if something is original within you, it will come out eventually anyway.
Right.
But first be good at something.
Okay.
Don't be trying to be original for the sake of being original.
So,
If the first step is not being original, first step is to be good.
Exactly.
Then nextly,
yeah, originality
it will
has
come
a-
along. Wow.
Yeah.
if you go to a music teacher, if you want to learn production, the first thing he'll tell you is learn how to remake a track. Because that track is good, that track is it, there's a reason why it is it. So you remake that and then you produce your own music. You'll get that skill from remaking it, and you also know why that track is it and yours is not.
Yeah,
You'll always
same
know.
with perfume. So
Yeah.
what I do is like, let's say any perfume I want to try on. Now I won't be like, oh, I want to create an original perfume with nothing like that. It's like fucking recipes, bro. I just look at some very next level 1930s का very hit perfume. I look at the pyramid. I look at the reviews, and then now I understand because the volatility of the oils. Like अच्छा इसमें ये ज़्यादा डाला है, इसमें थोड़ा सा ये डाला है, इसमें शायद ये कर सकते हैं. Now start getting good at it, and then eventually when you give out something original, then it comes out good because then you understand.
Yeah, right. It comes from a different, like, it's a whole process, and the whole journey of it. Like, you can't like jump off to the original.
Yeah,
step.
actually. If you also talk about like journey in terms of like if you are pursuing music or something, it's also about, you know, people say never give up, but there's also something about never give up. You need to have a definition of giving up.
Right.
If you like fail something, you give up. It's not like that. For personally, it has been with me like my idea of giving up is not when I fail. If I stop doing it, it's the day I give up.
Right.
So I was like, if I fail at something in music, it's not the day I'll give up.
Trial and error.
Yeah, if I stop making music, that's the day I give up. It's personal for me. Like no one can decide when I'll give up.
Right. It's a different definition for different, like, reading it on the paper, the quotes, and like actually
that's why
living it out. It's the whole.
I'm really stubborn in that way. Like, you know, if I want to make a music, it'll take 6 months, one year, but I'll do that shit. You cannot tell me you cannot do it.
Achha,
Yeah.
right. The
That
whole,
is very
like, you
legit.
are your biggest critic also, and you have
The
the
biggest
idea.
motivator.
Like, once I heard this quote and I've read, this is my favorite quote. Once you like know yourself, like others' opinion don't even matter to you. Like once the conscious self is aware, nobody can tell you what you're capable
When
of.
I was an engineer and people thought like I couldn't do anything else and I couldn't drive a car that time, I became a pilot. Then people told me, oh DJ, do kya? Then I became a DJ. Then I became a perfumer. So I want to do many things. Right now I want to get into like little graphic designing and little bit of architecture or interior design I'm getting interested in. But again, that will take like a huge
course.
Another hour.
It'll take
Another time.
you have to devote your heart and soul.
I told you.
Right.
Same with production, I told him, like, you have to give up 2 years of your life
Yeah,
in order
yeah.
to run production.
Also that, like we talked about you being a herbalist, not you being a perfumist, you being a DJ, you being everything that is in your bio. That one thing that is, I've written it down, humble cringe addict.
I love cringe, bro. Yeah.
Emo
I love
Voice of
cringe.
India. What is the thing? Like humble cringe addict. Like what is it?
So, I'm a cringe addict, but the thing is that I don't watch much TV. I don't watch because I don't have the time. I don't watch series or anything. At one point in life, I was like, okay, like give me something to see, and my brother gave me some movies to see, and I watched this movie called Twilight, and and I thought I was watching a spoof. It's not a real movie. I thought it was a spoof. Asli movie too. It's pretty hit. Like, ये तो क्या चल रहा है? And then I figured out like everything makes me laugh. Like about most of the serious things people take very seriously. Probably because my thing is not visual stimulation is not my thing. I'm not interested in movies or anything like that. Although I've done a little bit of script writing and I've been into ads as well. I've done
written ads.
I've done 3 TV ads, bro. I've been into Hype Messenger. I've been in Tata Sky ad and
Been in मतलब started.
yeah.
Someone please find that video.
Please find
Please
Tata Sky.
Yeah.
Can we like check it out on YouTube?
No. It's very embarrassing.
So मतलब visually ये नहीं हो के फिर भी you have done this.
But
and been through
so
this.
whatever spare time I get, I only watch complete nonsense shit.
वो तो everyone
You know
does that
the
nowadays.
you know the India's version of WWE,
Yeah.
which is run by Khali.
Some
In
league.
league. Bro, you need to check that out. That is complete Indian version of WWE in some Punjab or Haryana.
Some state of
Yeah, and I just watch it. It's not even like funny. It's just so bizarre. I just love watching it.
Yeah. So I really wanted to like know what is this humble cringe meaning. Like, if I tell you everybody of we are a humble cringe addict, but we don't have the sense to like admit it or like to come out like this like you have. So like, thank you for telling something me that I don't know about myself.
No, but actually, what you see has a huge impact on like what you are. Like I see a lot of No, but
I
like
don't know
he
if
sees
this is a
funny.
tarif
No.
or a
Funny.
benzene.
Like he knows this cringe. Cringe is funny. Actually, it is funny. I love watching cringe. My favorite page is Emo Voice of India.
Reptiles of Kurla, Emo Boys of India. I love.
I love
Bombay loners.
I love it.
So that is the thing. तो वो अंदर के कुछ खुजली होती है उसको देख के.
हाँ,
वो चीज़ अलग टिकल
Because,
करती है.
because you know so many people like that take it so seriously.
It's actually
I
he
like
observes
taking
people.
it
Take it seriously.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
take
why
it seriously.
I was thinking like he observes people. That's why he knows. He can like he sees a beam and he knows that this is the guy.
अलग टिकल और अलग सार्केज्म होता है उसमें. अलग वो अपना दिमाग उस चीज को
Dark
डिकोड
humor
करता है.
too.
No,
Dark humor.
and I think मेरा है ना वर्ल्ड सिनेमा गुड ह्यूमर ही हो चुका है. मैंने पूरा वर्ल्ड सिनेमा बहुत पहले देख लिया. Like and I got done with it and I was like I just want to watch trash. वो सिर्फ trash देखना है. Put on any trashy movie I'll enjoy.
And
Put
so
on any
Friday,
deep shit movie
हाँ.
deep shit तेरे Sherlock Holmes साइड में. तो वो नहीं देखना. मेरा हो गया दिमाग वैसे ही इसमें इतना इन्वॉल्व म्यूजिक इतना कर रहा है तो परफ्यूम बना रहा है. You know something very
I love
like-
watching fiction. You know, it's
Also,
endless opportunity.
Coming along, like moving on to my next question, I was about to ask you like, how do you guys unwind? Like, we somehow, मैं पूरा दिन दुकान से थक के आता हूँ. Somehow I like my favorite artist is The Weeknd. I love him. तो वो अगर मैंने उसकी playlist सुन ली, कभी मैं बहुत थका हूँ तो मेरा पूरा ऐसा unwind हो जाता है. Like I am full winded up और फिर वो सुन के पूरा unwind हो जाता है. Like you guys are तो into music and this stuff. तुम्हारे लिए तो this is a full time. तुम्हारे लिए it's a full time job. ठीक है. तो like how do you guys unwind? मतलब तुम तो बहन से बजा के आए हो नहीं पार्टी.
By sleeping.
It's not, it's never music. Whenever I'm traveling, people are like, everyone's traveling with headphones. I'm not headphones at all. I want to go to the most fucking random place. जो भी चल रहा है, I'll listen to that. Anything that anyone is
अरे ये
listening to,
track
I
सुन,
want to
अरे
listen
ये
to.
track सुन. नहीं सुनना है.
I don't want to listen. I don't have the time. मेरा वो cool और chilling out playlist हो गया. It's like I don't do that at all. What I do is probably I'll watch ghost videos. I'm
Apart from
terribly
music.
ghost videos. Terribly interested in
Like the
paranormal
YouTube shit.
Yeah, bro. Definitely. Definitely. So, because it's real.
It's a different
Yo,
podcast.
Moving on.
I'll show you 2 channels and we'll talk on it. Talk about it.
Like, there's
We can
the
do a
last
review.
genre I'll ever watch.
No, but actually, like, I heard about that club Burgundy. I am researching since like that day in Ahmedabad. You know, I got to know Burgundy and it's a deep shit, man. You know about Burgundy? Burgundy is a club in Berlin. It's the most exclusive club in the world. Most exclusive. There are 2 bouncers. There's no entry fee or something. There's vibe check. They'll see you. Okay, good to go. If you get in like on today, you cannot get in tomorrow.
Like again the vibe check.
Yeah, vibe check.
Oh, like tell me more about this. Like
Like,
go for it. This 5 minutes is for you. Go for it.
No. So there's a club it's a proper techno club. It's like it's in a huge hall, I guess.
It's like a
right?
Mecca of techno.
Yeah. So you go there. Berlin is the Mecca of techno. So just best clubs in the world, best music. There are like really underrated DJs there in Berghain. You go inside and they put like black tapes on your camera and everything. And if you take a picture, they'll delete and throw you out. You're never allowed in the club. And it's like proper. No one knows what happens in there.
Like no stories leaked out. No, the people.
There are some stories that you see someone, it's a ghost in bathroom or something. Like there are free drinks going on, there are drugs going on. You know, you don't even know about these drugs, but you take it. And you go in on Friday and you get out on Monday.
Like the whole weekend, you are like
awake for 3 days.
Oh, dude, what a crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Crazy shit.
There are videos on internet. There's like who went in there? I guess John Myers or someone. He tried to go inside, and they were like, "Go fuck off, go fuck off, take off your camera and go from here."
Oh, like he tried to like.
People make videos on YouTube like how to get into Burgundy, and you know you have to just. So there's only one thing that like proven, be yourself. That's it.
Oh, like to get in the club.
You have to be yourself.
मतलब वो एक तरह से आपको जज करेंगे आप वो अंदर के लिए फिट हो तो फिर आपको जाने
जज करेंगे ऐसा नहीं कि उसने ये पहना है तो आप भी ये पहन के आगे. Be yourself. That's it.
अच्छा उनकी वाइब चेक का लेवल आप तो कुछ हो ही नहीं.
People wait 6 hours in line.
अच्छा
They'll get rejected.
There is होगा one of hell of experience to like.
Or it's also like acknowledged by the German government. It's a heritage.
Oh, मतलब it's proper
हाँ,
legal shit.
But it's actually a discriminatory policy.
इंडिया में तो actually मत करना ठीक है ना अच्छा है ना कुछ ठीक है ना
Imagine
दूर जाते हैं ना.
that shit in Indore, bro.
अरे
Getting calls from everyone.
जानता है मेरा पापा कौन है? ये बिल्डिंग किसने बनाई है?
याद है मैं तेरा तू पुराना मेरे से तेरी बहुत कम बात है फिर भी मैं तेरे को बोलूं मेरा गेस्ट लिस्ट में नाम डाल देना
1 लाख का बिलिंग करवाता हूँ।
डूड यार dude, वो तो बहुत चलता है यार कि मतलब अभी भी कोई अपना कोई लोकली कोई फ्रेंड होगा वो हिट हो जाएगा तो बोले मेरे साथ कॉफी पीता था तो क्या ये क्या एड्रेस करने की क्षमता है आपकी यार? ये मेरे से कॉफी पीता था अरे ये तो जिम में आता था अरे जिम में मेरे साथ ऐसे करते रहते तो अब देखना उसको तेरे साथ था तो क्या तो इसलिए थोड़ी
अरे वो प्रॉब्लम है इनकी मेंटालिटी में लाइक यू नो दे आर
डिस्को कोई जानता होगा अब ये पियानो पे इतना बजा रहा है और फिर इसको कोई बोलता है अरे डिस्को अरे ये तो ऐसा ये तो ऐसा
साथ में बचपन बड़ा हुआ है वो नहीं देता है भाई को।
हां भाई को नहीं आने देगा अंदर नहीं आने देगा।
नहीं बट इंदौर में होता है कि आई आस्क्ड हिम टू पे लाइक 1000 रुपए कवर करते हैं अंदर मैं 5000 की बिलिंग कराता हूं तो मुझसे 1000 रुपए मांग रहा है बाहर।
अरे भाई
ईगो
तुम्हारा तो तू भी तो अभी जैसे तेरे तू तो अभी कहीं तेरी ये जैसे कि तेरे को तो सीनियर ज्यादा अप्रोच करते होंगे कि हिमांशु गेस्ट लिस्ट हिमांशु ये
नो आई हैव मोर पीपल लाइक भाई आईडी कार्ड बनवा दे यार फेक।
तो ये तो है यार ये लगता है सेंस ऑफ रिस्पांसिबिलिटी थोड़ी आती है।
अरे क्लोज वंस के लिए इट्स नाइस बट यू आर कॉलिंग मी आफ्टर 4 इयर्स सेइंग कि भाई एंट्री करा देना।
मार्शल मैथर्स।
हां
एक मिनट का एक कट शॉट देते हैं भैया जा रहे हैं और फिर उसके बाद तो हाँ बस कंटिन्यू कर बोलते एक मिनट की हाँ वो एक रिस्पांसिबिलिटी सेंस ऑफ रिस्पांसिबिलिटी लगती है कि यार ये तो एंट्री अब में मांग रहे हैं हर कोई ऐसा ऐसा हो रहा है कुछ
So I feel bad sometimes like I only have 4 guest list you know he's a nice friend so you manage something but if you're calling me after 4 years कि भाई एंट्री करा दे
सुन रहे हो you know you यार
क्यों करा भाई मैं एंट्री
do you experience this shit
Yeah, lot of times.
Also, like people have to realize we are trying to make money. We don't make a lot of money. We are not filthy rich.
People think DJs तो मतलब like going.
इनका तो बहुत कूल है इनका तो जीवन ही प्ले है सबसे बढ़िया ये है और जबकि जिसको somehow like shared to me कि ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है
डिस्को की मर्सिडीज छुपी हुई रखी है ना
कि मतलब हमको लगता है कि तुम तो अपनी जॉब पे इतना एंजॉय कर रहे हो जबकि योर जॉब आई डोंट थिंक यू आर
That's what I was saying. I don't enjoy parties how I used to. Parties for me it's work. It's workplace. Any place I go, it's a club, it's a sound, it's a DJ playing. My brain is running in different directions. Like, okay, this sound is working.
I haven't partied since I was 16.
Yeah.
Because every time I listen to music, it's like breakdown.
Yeah.
What is this element? What is this?
You try to judge it and make your own shit और फिर वो work zone में चले जाते हो
to really enjoy a party, probably the last time I enjoyed a party was in Goa only. Because that time I'm completely free of like nobody knows me. Because in Indore,
you're a party attendee there.
In Indore, suppose people know me and I'm like just chilling, partying with them, and just like giving out too much. And I don't like when you are there as an artist and you know the crowd sees you and respects you in a certain way. You just can't go all out and be. I can't loosen up like.
That's why people think Disko Samosa is unapproachable.
Unapproachable. They think I'm a very uptight person or very arrogant or कुछ
I don't know. Status बना भी रहना चाहिए हाँ a little bit.
No, but actually it's like why do people think he's arrogant?
I don't
like actually first time I heard like Disco, you are Disko Samosa.
मैं भी अभी काफी chill रही. This is my second time meeting with you and
अरे he was also like telling me कि Disko Samosa हाँ कर देगा. मैं क्यों नहीं हाँ करेगा?
हाँ I was like कि पता नहीं मैं.
मैं बोला if you're not serving him bullshit for 10 minutes,
I don't
he
understand
listens
the
to you.
reason behind this kind of PR.
Yeah.
No clue.
अरे but I also like
What did I
his
do?
name
Like
and this.
कुछ उखाड़ा है ना जीवन में वो एक खुद ही खुद पर्सपेक्टिव बन जाता है. मेरे को ऐसा लगता है.
I think.
लोगों को यही बताओ
बहुत वो है,
if you're
बहुत
not-
generic है.
if you want to serve him a good idea, if you serve him bullshit, he's going to be really arrogant to you. He is not an arrogant guy. Even if you serve him bullshit, he won't be arrogant to you.
Exactly, bro.
But I have to tell him like keep him exclusive.
People who know me, my friends who know me, they're like, Mukul, you let people walk over you. You let people take advantage of you. Most of the time, when I'm getting awkward and hesitant, people think I'm getting arrogant. Because I'm like this poker face, I don't know what to say, like this.
So thank you. It was fun sitting with you. That's Disko Samosa and Himanshu Kalwani for you. So coming on to I don't know. Let's see. Wait for another episode or maybe not. I don't know. Thank you for being on the show.
If there's one thing I know for sure,